campus of Duncan High School and Howard Stadium, the home of your Number 3, Carson Hunter. Number 4, Lily Hayes. Number 6, Haven Cleanor. Number 8, Colleen Knapp. Number 15, Liliana Menjivar. Number 16, Grisela Guzman. Number 18, Madison Rashby. Number 20, Samantha Curtis. And number 23, Janaya Loreto. The Lady Indians are coached by head coach Anthony Clipp. Now, Demon fans, get up and make some noise for your Duncan Ladymen. Number 4, freshman Delana Holthouse. Number 5, captain and senior Sydney Miller. Number 7, junior Alexis East. Number 8, senior Kearney Holthouse. Number 9, sophomore Kirsten Shorten. Number 10, junior captain Allison Richard. Number 11, junior captain Daisha Gillen. Number 12, freshman Regan Wickoff. Number 14, freshman Layla Cowie. Number 21, freshman Addison Rainberg. And then goes number 1, sophomore Skyler Wickoff. Lady Demons are coached by assistants Olivia Gibbons, Travis Atkins, and head coach Dylan Sutherland. I'm going to please invite you to rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the north end of the stadium, where members of the American Legion Post 55 are here to conduct the racing of our national colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting it gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Duncan Demon Soccer. It's playoff time in Duncan. Your Lady Demons are hosting the El Reno Indians, and this is the second year in a row that the Lady Demons have got to host the playoffs, and we are about ready to get it on. I'm Rob Harvey alongside with Carlos Ramirez. And Carlos, what a beautiful day. We've had a lot of rain. They held off. They pushed the games. And tonight, man, what a perfect night for a playoff soccer game.
Yeah, it couldn't be nicer than it is tonight, especially with all the wetness that we've had in the past few weeks and, the storms and everything. And sunshine, 70-degree weather. Everybody's ready to go, man.
Yeah, this is Duncan was able to get the number 2 seed or the number 2 spot in the district, so that means you get to host, and we are off. It looks like Addison takes one right to the face, right off the bat. But she stays with it. Now she's got the ball heading downfield, trying to find Alexis. This is going to be a tough matchup for the Demons. El Reno's a good team. They play in a tough district. But, man, we're just looking forward to this. I think it's such an exciting time for Duncan soccer right now.
It absolutely is. The last time we was out here, we got to witness one of them great games that we've been waiting for from the girls, beating a good Noble team 1-0. Pretty much propelled them to where we are right now, to be honest with you. That victory alone, the fact that that was the first win against them, in 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, that was a huge win. I mean, it really was. It kind of set this whole thing up for the Lady Demons. You get the win against Noble, and here's El Reno pushing down in Demon territory, see if they can get it out of there. Some good defense there by Red, kicking it out. And, big collision there with Holthouse. She goes down, but she'll be up in no time. El Reno pushing a little early. They have an outside shot coming in, closing in. Look at that speed. Addie Richards with some good defense to close that out. But, it kind of turned everything around for Duncan as far as playoff seeding. And then it just so happened that Santa Fe South, for some reason, had played too many games. So they wasn't able to play their last 2 district games, so they lost those games to MacArthur and Duncan, gave Duncan an automatic win, pushed them down to 4th spot, Duncan up to the 2nd spot underneath MacArthur. So and if it wasn't for that Noble win, we wouldn't have moved up to 2. We'd have stayed probably at 3 and be on the road tonight.
Yeah, every game counts, and every game and every goal, once the regular season hits, you got to take into account, especially those district games. And fortunate for us that, unfortunately for Santa Fe, but that put us in the perfect position to host this, and here we are, 2nd year in a row, man.
2nd year in a row, Lady Demons under Coach Dylan Sutherland they've made the playoffs for 3 or 4 years in a row. This is the 2nd time hosting. Each of the last 2 years, the Demons, actually the last 3 years, the Lady Demons have been eliminated out of the playoffs by the eventual state champ. So this has been a team, though, into the offseason, everyone was saying this team could make a good deep run with the foundation that has been laid with it. And so they're getting their chance tonight. And El Reno is a tough team, but Duncan's they've turned it on at the back part of the season and started playing a lot better.
Yeah, they really did. Those 2 games before Noble, they got all them goals in those 2 games. I think, what would we say, 13 goals in those 2 games?
Yeah.
And that was perfect timing for them to get that rhythm going into the season. And like I said, that Noble game, I was more impressed the way they played the second half than they did the first half because, they played great the whole game. But the fact that they finished the game, that's been kind of one of those issues throughout the season, is they play. They're a great first half team, but we've been a little lackadaisical in the second half. But that game, I was really impressed with the way they finished it.
Yep, that was a good defensive effort. You scored the goal, and that was enough. And so you just got to keep carrying on momentum. Duncan has played excellent defense really in this last part of the season. Just no team have been able to score on us much. Hopefully the Demons can find some offense tonight as they're trying to push the ball. That's come off Sid Miller's foot to midfield. Sid, one of the lone seniors on this team. You got 4 seniors on this year's team and 3 players, 2 managers. And it's going to be a tough class to say goodbye to. Hopefully they can make a run here in the playoffs, as I believe every team playing in the state plays tonight. I think they moved all the playoffs one night. So Chesney Roberson's going to come in and give Talley a break over on the far side. Layla Talley, one of the starting freshmen this year, and here we go. Minnie, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to have Red back over there. She gets to throw in off the head of Delana Holthouse, and this is going to be kicked out of bounds by Duncan. So I think it was off of Duncan.
Yeah, it was off of Reno, looks like.
Looks like Duncan, it's off of Duncan ball. Shornick's going to go get it.
Yeah.
It's good to see her back out there. We know she was dealing with some injuries this year, missed a couple games, but Demons are a lot better when she's on the field for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely good to see her out there, and because she's one of them tough physical kids that you need down on the back on that back line. So it's great to have her back.
El Reno pushing it down on this end. There's Red kicking it out to the far side. Chesney's got the ball, trying to get it in between some El Reno defenders, still fighting, taking on the team. El Reno back to midfield, trying to push. El Reno's had it over here. Ooh, nice move, ref. Yeah. Just kind of spread his legs and let the ball go right in between them. Here's a nice long shot off the mark.
Yeah, it looks like the Duncan defense is going to have their hands full. You know, this early push by this El Reno team, you know, so far what I've seen, they got a little bit of speed, you know, finesse and technical work on their footwork. I mean, they look like a pretty good squad to me, so they're going to have their hands full today.
That was the first shot taken tonight by either team. It was off the mark. Skylar with the didn't have to get a save, but she'd have to chase it down. El Reno still keeping it over here. El Reno ended the season on a 7-6 record. They went 5-2 in their district, finishing third place behind.
And a tough district.
Yes, another shot, and Skylar with the save, and she stays with it.
Yeah,
Addie Richards came in there to help her out because she had to go. She had to jump to save that, kind of dive to save it. So it was a great job, great shot. But yeah, it's a tough district. Bishop McGinnis 10-3, Carl Albert 11-2, and then El Reno 7-6. You had a really tough games there, and El Reno is probably one of them teams that felt like they probably could have hosted if they were playing in another district.
There we go. Oh,
nice touch over there. There's Givens with the ball. Yeah, see who she's going to find.
Yeah, she's going to take
That's
a shot.
A good shot. A good move there. Oh. Yeah, we've seen her make that move a couple of times and take the shot there from about the 25.
She's been taking more shots here late in the season, and, you know, it's paid off for her and the Demons. You know, normally the last year was her first year with Duncan, and you really didn't see that much. But this year she's kind of picked up and taken on that offensive role.
Yeah, they switched her. They switched her up this year, put her down there on that offensive side, and she should take shots. The girl's got a strong leg. We've seen it. She's aggressive. She's got good footwork, and everything we've seen, she does good down there on that end. El Reno's going to throw this ball in. So far, Chesney Roberson is the only one that has checked in. Everybody else, all the other starters, have stayed out there. Back line has got some work tonight. They've been pressured back there. They've done a good job. El Reno's still pushing. It's been Red, Addie Richards, Regan Wyckoff, and Sydney Miller back there on that back line. There's Gibbons stepping up. Holthouse getting her foot on there. El Reno's just kind of hanging out on this side.
Oh, yeah.
There's Randberg putting pressure from behind, trying to disrupt that.
Yeah, they're trying to set up an open shot again.
Yeah. Demons have not had the ball on the other end much. See if we can do something with it right now. That's Sid Miller right there. She's going to pass over to Eads. Looked like Sid was going to make a run.
Yeah, she just kind of took it off the foot. It just ricocheted and didn't really get a feel for it.
Addie's going to pass it back to Sid. Good move, Sid getting around defenders. Over to Alexis again. Alexis gets double teamed. Sid sends it down. And here's a big kick by Wyckoff.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Regina, I got to say it. It's playoffs. I got to call her Regina.
Last game?
Last game. Hopefully not.
Well, I mean,
It'll be the last game for us, huh? Yeah. It's been a lot of fun getting to call the games for these girls this year. We've had a blast. And hopefully they do get to move on next round. If they do move on next round, it'll be probably going on the road. And the winner will play the winner of the Claremore-Durant matchup, which is happening tonight. And that'll be Friday night. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's not much of a break.
No,
you
it's
play
not.
your playoff game, then have play
1 day rest.
1 day rest. Normally you'd have 2. Regan's going to send that down. Let's see if the Demons can get something working. Chesney Roberson down the sideline. Try to get a touch over to Renberg.
No, that El Reno defensive line, they're stagnant right there. They're just kind of laying back and just staying there and waiting for everything to happen right in front of them, and they're keeping it in front.
Yeah, this back line, they're tough.
Yeah.
They come up and just kind of form a wall there.
Those their mids are really aggressive, too, to the ball as well, and we just can't seem to penetrate that.
Got a shot on the goal. Let's see if it happens. And the goalie gets a nice save there. That was Delana Holthouse with the shot. She really didn't get a true hard foot on it.
I was going to say, it looked like she put her left foot on it.
She just took a shot because she had it, which, hey, you got to.
Hey.
That girl's got a leg, though. We've seen her send some deep.
Yeah, if it's there, take it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
at this point, you're in the playoffs. You got to let it all go. There's a big kick on the other side. Regan's got it tracked down. Nice touch over to Red. Red back to the middle to Kearney. Kearney's fighting off defenders. Fights through that. Good job. Reset to Miller. And Alexis Eads down the side. See where she goes with it. She's got them coming in on her. Sends one over to Renberg. Renberg with a push from behind, and they're going to get that foul call.
Yeah, I figured he'd call that. She kind of extended her arms a little bit, so, yeah, he was right in front of that.
Keeping the pressure down here on this end of the field, that's what we want from the Demons right now.
Mm-hmm.
Game just getting underway. We're at the 29-minute mark of the first half. Sid Miller with the kick here, free kick from about the 45, puts it up in the air. Off the head of one of the Indians. Now she's back to Sid. Sends it down.
There we go.
To Holthouse. Trying to get inside position. Takes a shot. Off the mark a little bit. But that's okay. You know, you're getting pressure down there. You've taken 2 shots in the last minute.
Yeah, I think she got a little, trigger happy with that a little bit. Maybe she sends it back into the middle. You had a couple 3 players in there to maybe change something up a little bit.
Kirsten with the steal. And El Reno back in action. It's pretty even right now.
Yeah.
These 2 teams are matching up very well. Both have good defenses. Both teams have taken a couple shots. And we knew it would be a good matchup.
Oh, yeah.
El Reno's been one of those teams over the last few years. They've just been good at everything, getting better and better. Inbound to Holthouse. Back over to Richards. Demons reset now. Nobody, not any pressure. Miller's got time. Now you got a girl coming in. She read that.
She sure did. Yeah, we just didn't go to the ball fast enough on that one, and she read that immediately and rushed right to it.
She's seen that setting up. You can see her motions. Got a throw in by
Big throw
Givens. Yeah, I like the way she throws the ball in. She's got some power. Out of bounds on the Indians, and Duncan will get a throw in down here. Yeah, it's a Wednesday night edition of soccer. And I was looking at the crowd going, man, the crowd's kind of low for a playoff game. And you said, well, it's Wednesday night. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
a lot of people are at church and other things, and so
our crowd's not that bad.
It picked up. It did over these last couple.
I got here.
Last few minutes, it's filled up.
I was running a little behind, and I got here maybe 10 minutes before, and I was like, man.
Where's everybody at? It's playoff time. Come on.
I brought my noisemaker.
My goodness.
I'm trying to find a kid to take it. Tori wouldn't take it.
You should have just brought it up here in the booth. Come on, Givens. Givens going to have a chance at this.
Oh.
And she goes down, and I think they called a foul on her.
He did? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, he called offsides.
Oh, they called offsides on Duncan.
Did.
I thought he called the foul on the girl down there.
Yeah, I think he had his flag raised before she got fouled, though. It was definitely a foul.
I thought Daisha was going to have a one-on-one shot there for a second.
Yeah, she's holding her head. I'm not sure if she hit the ground or something. Another player hit her head or something, but she was just kind of got up and was like, I thought I got fouled. I thought I got a penalty out of that.
I thought she was thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you'd have brought that old noise clacker up here, I imagine how loud it'd be in this room.
Oh, it'd be super loud. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe nobody would take it.
Well,
should have gave it to these teenagers down here in front of us.
I found some kids that take it, and I'm hoping I can hear it. So
the best would have been to give it to some kids sitting by their parents.
Yeah.
Like little kids, they'll just be clacking it through the whole game no matter what.
Yeah, I was going to bring my horn, but I don't think anybody would want to borrow my horn.
Oh, there goes another one goes down. No, probably not. We usually have a couple of them out here in the stands. Some ones that know how to do it right.
It's one of those things that just goes with this sport. You got to make some noise. You got to make some noise, be creative.
I mean, I tried it one year. I liked it so much I tried to do it. And it's just, I'm telling you, people, there's an art to it. When I tried to make a sound out of that horn, it sounded like a sick goat. I was like, that does not sound like Carlos. So I put it down and never touched it again. Yeah. Remember that game? Everybody turned around and looked at me, started laughing. Here's a free kick coming from the Indians. Man, that's a really good kick. And Skylar with a nice save. She also had some pressure coming in there. That's kind of hard as a goalie.
Oh, it is.
Because you're watching the ball, and then this other girl's coming. If I bobble it, she's crashing it. So
absolutely.
What a heads-up play there by Skylar.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good play because that ball just came sailing.
It was on the money, wasn't it?
It was. Look at that speed. Ede's just going to have to get to that ball a lot faster than that because they're coming up on her immediately.
It's number 23 over
Absolutely.
here.
She's picked it up on it. Mm-hmm. She's picked up on it, and she's just going to have to be a little quicker than that.
Chesney with the touch here, trying to get it off her foot outside the red. That one got just away from her a little bit. She looked like she had a good run.
She did. Yeah, it just kind of ricocheted off her foot a little bit hard. Got the ball back, though.
Good thing is Duncan's keeping it down here on this end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're putting the pressure on now, it seems like. So kind of trying to figure out some things and open up some holes, and maybe we can get some more shots.
Good to see a lot of our I'm looking down here in the stands. I'm seeing a lot of kids from last year's team here visiting and being here for the playoffs. It's always good to see the alumni coming. Some of them coming back from school, some of them just coming in from wherever they're living out of town. So it's always good to see that.
Well, this girls soccer program has kind of set a standard now. Like we talked about, 4 years straight in the playoffs, 2 years straight hosting.
Yep.
Last year was the first year that the Duncan girls had ever hosted, so that kind of set a foundation for future teams coming in, and you can see it now in these girls. And keep in mind, this team is young. Mm-hmm. We only have 2 starting seniors that are departing after this season. So we got a lot of freshmen and sophomores that still got 2, 3, 4 years to come, and not counting the freshman girls that from the talented middle school team that's coming up as well.
Yeah. So,
I mean, the girls Duncan soccer is bright. Its future is bright.
It really is. There's a ton of talent in from all levels, and you got some freshmen starting this year and not only starting but making
making
good
plays. Absolutely, contributing to the squad. Period.
It's always been that way with this program. I mean, I remember Addie Richards coming in as a freshman a couple years ago, thinking, "Man, this girl's she's a player." Back then, she was playing on the outside. She was playing wing.
There
Inside,
we go.
Renberg with the shot. Oh, it goes wide right. Oh, that one did come off of her foot a little weird, but that was going to be a sweet one-on-one.
She'd like to have that one back, I guarantee you.
Goodness, yes.
It was there.
It was definitely
there. Yeah, she tried to slam dunk that one, didn't she?
Yeah, it just ricocheted the other way. That's all right. Hey, we're
there.
We're putting the pressure on them.
Absolutely.
And we're keeping the ball on that end. That is important right now. At first, the first couple of minutes, it was all El Reno down on the other end, and now Duncan has figured out a way to keep it down here. Keep that pressure on them. Keep shooting.
Yeah.
You'll get one in a minute. You got to keep taking those shots. Addie does a good job here. Addie Renberg, and she's going to get.
There we go. Well, that's a good spot to take a good foul shot from. 20-yard out. See who was going to take it. It looks like Sid's going to be taking the shot. She can probably get it to the net from here. Or set up. No, Deja's going to take it.
They changed it.
Deja's definitely going to try to take it, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, you got this. Sid's capable of making it, definitely. But with the bigger leg here, Deja.
She's got that right corner. That right upper corner.
Here we go, free kick coming for the first points of the game. Deja sends one in, off the goal. Demons with the 1-0 lead. Off the free kick. Daisha Givens bounced off the pole into the goal.
I like it. Yeah, well, we knew that she'd take that shot. I mean, we're 20 yards out, 30 yards to the net.
Yep.
I mean, and she's got that leg. It just kind of, bent in there and hit that post and just went back in, man. I mean, there's really nothing the goalie could do on that one. I mean,
no, so many times you see that ricochet off the post and it stays out, and it just ricochets just on that inside part where it goes in, and man, that's just a sweet
and the good thing about that too, even if it comes out, there was 2-3 demons in that box.
Yes, there was
in that box. They were waiting for that. So that's great team, great teamwork on that. Way to crash the box on that, and
yeah, I think
great
it was
start.
Yeah, I think it was Chesney Roberson and Addie Renberg was sitting there ready for it. So if it would have came out, they would have had just a tap in. I mean, it would have just been an easy go because there was no white shirts in the box.
None. Absolutely, yeah. Not even a goalie.
No. She couldn't believe what happened.
No.
I mean, to have it ricochet off the side pole like that and go your way, it just doesn't hardly ever happen. Holthouse, they got a shot, and she gets a stop there. Kind of bobbles it for a second. That can be scary because.
I don't think anybody anticipated her taking that shot because nobody crashed. And
did.
Had we crashed, maybe we'd have a little second opportunity there. But not a little chip, no. A little too far. But Addie, first go, man. Hey, you get that first goal. Duncan has that history of getting that first goal, and it creates that momentum. And the only thing that I can't emphasize enough is keep that foot down and keep it going, man. The rest of this
pressure.
Keep the pressure going.
Pressure
absolutely.
On yeah, and then, in a game like this, this isn't a regular season game. It's playoffs. It's win or go home.
Win or go home.
And so to get the first goal this early in the game, it does make you feel confident and feel a little better about yourself. But you also got to know that this other team now you're going to get a different gear from them.
Absolutely.
Especially as the game goes on. Hopefully the Demons can keep pushing, and they are. Kearney sends one down.
Yeah, that was a good idea, though.
Yeah, it was. Now Holthouse, she's going to reset back to Sid. Sid with the ball. Over to Tally's back in the game. Eads has got the break.
Yeah, this left side, that number 23, when they get the ball, they're going to have to be aware of that speed on 23 because she's coming up on that ball fast.
She does.
Fast. So no matter who's over there, she's going to come up there fast. And if she senses any blood out there, she's going to go pounce on it. From what I can tell.
Yeah, she's anticipating the pass on that side for sure. Number 23 is going to throw in for the Indians.
Looked like a handball, but
it did.
Call it.
It'll be out of bounds on the Demons. Lady Indians on this side now with another throw in. 17 minutes left in the first half. Lady Demons up by 1 by a goal of Daisha Givens. A free kick, ricocheted in off the post.
There you go.
Putting this one up in the air.
And
Skylar should have. This boy did. It was just spinning. It was spinning while it was up in the air.
Looks like
Red was
that Red?
Yeah, she kind of got ran over by Skylar. Yeah. Skylar was going after the ball.
Well, that ball just kind of it just spun.
It had some wicked English on it.
Or something, like a slider or something.
It looked like it had a spin on it. It just kept hooking away and away and away.
Yeah, looks like Red's a little hurt.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, Skylar was coming out of that box fast and furious. She knew she had to get to that ball.
Is she holding her arm?
She is holding her arm. She is.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, I hope she's saying she's okay. Is she telling the trainer she's no?
No,
ref's making her get out.
She's getting out.
Yeah. I think she tried. It looked like she was trying to stay in there, but
she probably was. Knowing her,
and I think the ref just kind of, you come out.
Yeah, Sofia Hernandez will come in, which is a good replacement. She has a lot of experience.
She's had a lot of experience this year,
and she's been the starter over there when Red was hurt. So
Absolutely.
she has a lot of experience, and Sofia is a good defender. She has a knack for getting around that ball, and she's also fast.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen her come to midfield and be back in her position back there in a matter of
If I had
seconds.
a vote for most improved player, I would have her as most improved player of the year this year, for sure.
I agree with that. I do. She's been fantastic this year, and it's good that the Demons can depend on her to put in good minutes whenever they need her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's just hope Red's okay. Looks like she, not, maybe a little. What do they call those when you get hit? A little funny bone on your funny? It's not that funny, though, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she probably braced herself whenever she went down. She's grabbing that arm, and she's in good hands. Amanda Woods is looking at her over there. She'll get her taken care of. Meanwhile, El Reno's going to throw this one in off the head of one of the Indians, still with possession. They give it back right to Tally, and Tally loses it.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Regan just gets over there and says, okay, enough of that. We'll just send it out of bounds as the ball got through to Lady Demons. Sometimes you just got to kick it away.
Sometimes you just have to,
sometimes
man.
that's just the safest play is
there was a little bit misunderstanding going on out there. Not sure where the ball was going. The best thing is just reset and throw it out.
That's exactly what we did there. Indians taking more shots here. There's another shot, and the Demon defense does a good job. Regan keeps it in play. That'll be. They're going to call a. Looks like they called.
They call a handball, or were they?
No, it's out of bounds. A handball.
No, it was out of bounds. Yeah, it was out of bounds.
I'm trying to look through two windows here, and there's that black spot was right in the way. I couldn't see where the ball went. Well, there's a guy. This is a free kick.
Oh, it is a free kick.
I guess they must have called a push.
No.
Nope. Now it's out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. What's going on here?
It's Duncan ball. How's that?
There we go. Duncan ball. Looks like Hallie is going to come in. Hallie Robinson. Chesney moves back. And Robinson goes over to the far side. Oh, there's a shot. Nothing on it. Skylar's got it easily. She's going to kick it around, see who comes up and sees what's going on, picks it up at the last minute. 15 minutes left in this half. Duncan leading 1-0 in the playoff game. Skylar sending this down. There's Hallie. Just come into the game. Back to the middle we go with El Reno.
Oh, a lot of room there.
A lot of room. Got through a lot of our defenders there. There's a good job. Sid trying to get it out of there, but El Reno retains it. And they're pushing. I'll tell you what, they're getting physical. They're playing hard down here on this end. Daisha with the block out. They're going to call a foul on her.
They're calling a tight game tonight.
They are. They're not letting a whole lot slide. We've seen it.
I mean, it's even.
It is even. Yeah. Yeah, Daisha got pushed in the back on that block out. So Regan's going to get the free kick. She's got a good, strong leg. We've seen her lay some beauties. Holthouse with the pass out to Hallie, trying to get it out to the outside.
Yeah, she put it a little too far left and went right to the defender.
Had a good idea. It was going to be one-on-one out there. Robinson.
Red's back in the game.
That's good to see. Good to see that Red's back in, and she will take the spot. Who came off?
Hernandez.
Yeah. Sophia.
Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you she was ready to go back in that game. From what I could tell, she didn't want to come out. So
I don't think she did either. That was probably more coach's decision, saying we got to take a look and see. So on the throw in, El Reno gets it. Now there's Holthouse right there in the middle.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good send. Great send.
Yeah.
Trying to find Tally down the sideline. Oh, man, that was just a beautiful pass by Delana Holthouse.
Well, Tally was going back and try to help a little bit, and then Holthouse seen that opening, and she had to step back to it, and she couldn't. There's no way she was going to catch it.
No, she'd already committed the other way.
Yeah.
And
good
Delana's got a strong leg, so when she sends it, it's gone. Sid with a good job there getting the ball back. Now Richards is going to send it over to the other side.
There she is on the right.
Yep, looking down the side. Goes to the middle trying to find Chesney. Got lucky, got it right back to her.
Yeah, you had a wing over there on the right.
Uh-huh. I looked down there. That was Hallie Robinson on that far side. There she is. Hallie gets in front. Got some speed. Closing in on her, though. The El Reno defender is able to get back there.
That's good defense.
Very good. It'll be out of bounds on El Reno. Good little battle going on over there. Kirsten with the big, fast throw-in. Robinson fighting for it. And now El Reno back with it. Down the sideline. Still, nope, went out of bounds again. Duncan ball. 12 minutes left. 1-0. Kirsten with the throw-in to come. See if Duncan can keep it down here. Get another one in there. Let's get an insurance goal. 2-0 going into halftime would be great.
Oh, absolutely.
Having trouble there getting on that throw-in, keeping possession. El Reno's keeps coming up with it. There's another ball sent that way. Sid tries to get that back down. It comes off her foot. Had one of them spinning sideways spinning English.
Today.
Put some English on it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Goes out of bounds.
Bend it like Beckham.
Yeah. It's just in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
El Reno now is going to throw this one in.
It's been a good battle.
It has. It's been a very good battle. Both teams are even, you can tell. Evenly matched, good defense. Got some good players on both sides. Demons with the early lead, 1-0. No penalty. Play on, and now they called one on that time.
Yeah, they're going to call it tied.
Yeah, number four. She's mad.
Yeah, she is. She got a warning. She got a warning to make sure that she doesn't do that again. And that's good for the ref to at least just warn her. She's a little frustrated. She feels like she got pulled.
The first contact, nothing was made. Was called. And then when she made the second contact, and they called it. So that's probably what she's arguing. Like, come on.
Well, she was pulling on her shirt, saying that she was being pulled on, and the frustration can get to you. And the ref's probably over there telling her, hey, just let me do my job and you do yours, and that way nobody gets a card out here.
I like the fact that he talked to her though in the middle. You see a lot of refs sometimes that don't do that. They'll just make the call and walk off. But I like the way he explained it to her, let her know what's going on. For once, we're taking up for the refs, Carlos. How about that?
Hey,
it's a new day.
They're human too.
Give
Robbie.
us some time. The game ain't over yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they'll give us a reason here in a minute to get on them. That's a hard job to do right there, ref, out there, especially a game like this that moves so fast.
Yeah, you better be in shape too if you're playing center judge.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of fouls.
There is.
Like I said,
this last few minutes.
He's calling a tight game. He's not letting much go. Get out of hand, maybe just kind of keep the tone down, maybe perhaps keep some of that temper down, and make sure the girls understand that it's probably not going to be tolerated by him.
Yeah, you think maybe it's playoffs, they might be calling it a little more stricter or trying to be it's an important game, so you want to make sure you keep control of the game for sure.
Is that
as Holthouse was down, and
she kind of stretched out in like a split. And
got a ball on the other end, and this goalie's going to have it.
She got up a little ginger. We got a El Reno player in agony.
Holthouse went down. She tripped over her, and when she hit, she stayed on the ground. So looks like they're going to check on her. The trainer's coming out.
Yeah, let's hope she's okay. She doesn't look like she's doing very well over there right now. Like everybody's going to take a break for now.
All right. Well, we'll take one with them while they're checking her out. We'll be back with more Duncan Demon Soccer. All right, we're back. Duncan Demon Soccer brought to you by Red Line Trailers. And the girl had to be helped up off the field over there, so hopefully she's okay. And we're back in action here. 9 minutes left in the game. Demons up. Got a run going over on the other side. Hallie Robinson trying to make something happen.
Oh.
And another El Reno girl goes down. She's gets okay. Back up on her own. She's fine. Yeah, that was just a heck of a collision over there because Delana went down and the girl was running full speed and just went right over her. So
yeah, it looked like a leg injury.
Yeah, they kind of had to give her some help. Hopefully she'll be okay. Got a free kick coming up here for El Reno.
Eight minutes left, man.
Yep. This first half's going by fast.
It has gone by really fast, even with the injury timeout.
There we go. Get it on the other side. Chesney Roberson there fighting off, and Holthouse is going to come in. That's Delana. Big collision there. Both girls go down.
Yeah.
No whistle. Play on. That was just a big collision. I mean, Delana and that other girl, boy, they collided. That's two solid forces right there.
I think Deja wanted to blow her whistle on that one.
Probably so, I bet. Looks like Addison Renberg and Alexis Eads will come in. Chesney's going to take a seat. Layla Talley's going to take a seat. It's good minutes there by Chesney. She came in, and she's been in the game for a while. Deja gets a throw in.
Expect this in the box.
That ain't no joke. Over the head. She's got a strong over-the-head throw in. There it is, off the head of the El Reno.
Well defended.
Yes, very well defended. Sid with the shot here. In the middle. Takes her shot.
Not bad,
bad. It's deflected. Goalie stays with it. And that's a good job by the defense.
Goalie's hurt, too.
Goalie got ran into. I tell you what, that defender out there just saved another point.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate for the goalie, but you know, both players have a right to that ball.
They do, yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things. You know, when you play goalie, you know those sometimes the risk of them unfortunate collisions. So let's hope she's okay. It's a good crash by Duncan, though. I mean, it was a good opportunity. Sydney, you know, she had that open look, and she decided to go ahead and take it, and. It wasn't a bad shot. Came off the hands and had somebody there, and unfortunately for their goalie, they just, you know, she just had to make a play like a save and just collided. Almost looks like she got a foot either to upper part or the head or something. No, it wouldn't be the head because she'd probably be out.
No, I think they just collided.
Yeah,
I mean, it was you know. One of our girls, I don't know who it was. It might have been Brenberg. I think it might have been Addison Renberg. She came in. She was crashing, doing what she's supposed to do. I mean, they just ran into each other, and it shook the goalie up a little bit. But, man, that was a good shot by Sid.
Yeah, it was.
And I've noticed this a couple times with the goalie. Instead of catching it, she's batting it off her hands.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or if this is something that she's just not catching it, but – she's done it twice, and it's almost got her in trouble two different times.
Well, you know, and she's a smaller girl, so maybe her hands didn't quite get the grip. I mean, you know, we're kind of spoiled with Skylar. You know, Skylar, you know, she's got that goalie form. I mean, she looks like a goalie.
Well,
you know,
she goes after him.
Yeah,
too.
She does, and if she can catch him, you know, and get to him, she'll do that. But a lot of goalies, sometimes when they can't get that ball in good grip, they'll just kind of knock it in front of them, knock it down, and pick it up. So I think that's her technique.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and make a change.
Yeah. Well, it looked pretty violent, and the way she went down and stayed down for a bit, and even now still walking off. You can tell she's just not 100%. So safe thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the girls that was already on the field, she's going to move to the. I think she was going to move over and put the gloves on. And this isn't like in baseball where you get when you get a relief pitcher come in, he gets so many throws to get the arm warmed up. You're coming in cold. You get no practice shots at you. Before the game, the goalies, they get to get ready and get some practice shots and do some dive drills. Not in this case. No. You're coming in the box cold and just hope you're ready to go. There's a throw in from Givens in the box.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad throw in.
Not a bad throw in. Didn't really have anybody there in position.
Off the side of the foot again.
Yep, it's in position over there for Robinson. And Reno's going to retain it. Red back in over on the far side. Over to Hallie. And Elena Holthouse steps in, takes over. Over to Daisha in the middle.
Battle in the middle, man. It's been a physical battle in the middle.
It is. It's been very physical. That's where our most physical girls are. That's where their most physical girls are. Sid outside trying to find Alexis Eads. Eads trying to get the ball in the middle to Holthouse. Renberg, that's good hustle to the ball. Good block out there. Still in position. Holthouse sends one to the far side. I don't know if she was I think she was going down and just hit the ball. Because if she would have stayed on it, she would have had Alexis down the sideline.
Yeah. Yeah, it came off a little hot too, as well. And Eads would have had a long ways to go for that.
Yeah, good tough battling there in the middle of that field for sure. Delana Holthouse and Addie Renberg are playing they're having some good one-on-one battles up there. Daisha Givens is going to take the corner kick, or Sid. Now, Sid's going to be in position. See if Daisha sends it or if she kicks it over to Sid. She's going to kick it to Sid. Sid usually sends it back. And this goes out of bounds, another corner. Yeah, usually she'll send it over to Daisha and let Daisha have a better angle at it.
Yeah, she kind of went in, like trying to catch that inside.
Yeah.
And then she got cut off from kicking it back to Daisha, so she pretty much had no option. But
same setup.
There we go.
There's Daisha. And they was on her, so Daisha got it ball to the middle.
Got a head on it.
And the goalie was right there, in the middle of everybody. I mean, she kind of left the net wide open. If she misses that ball, they're in trouble. And that ball comes off her foot a little bit different. Sid with the big fast throw in down the sideline to Alexis. That ball stays in off Sid's head and right to the middle of the field. There's Red with the ball, trying to get it over to Hallie. Oh, they called a foul, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
I didn't see where it was at.
We've seen a lot of fouls today.
I was watching the ball. It didn't happen where the ball was going, so it had to have happened somewhere else.
Yeah, it happened way up here at the 38-yard line, 40-yard line.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, 4 minutes left in the half. Demons still up 1-0 in the big-time playoff matchup here between the Indians and the Demons. Goalie's going to kick this one. Sends this one deep off the head of Daisha Givens, and it's going to heading towards the sideline. Indians save it. Kearney sends it back down. Indians now with the chance on this end. Daisha says, nuh-uh. We'll send this to the other side. Look at that speed right there, Addie. Addison Renberg out there fighting it, taking on 3 of them. And then she bumps that one. Get out of my way.
Now we got even numbers right now.
Got some numbers.
Nice
Delana
shot.
takes a shot. Bounced right into the goalie's hands.
Yeah. Hey, that was a good effort, though. Great effort.
I like the way Addison got down in there and took on those 3 and just said, I'm not scared of you 3. Sid chips this one down to the other end. And that'll just go out of bounds. El Reno will let it and take the ball. 2:57 left in the half. Demons hanging on to that lead,
like
playing some good defense.
Looks like their starting goalie's coming back in.
Starting goalie. She had to go take a break, and nobody's more happy about that than the girl that's leaving the net. I guarantee you.
Hey, she did a pretty good job.
She did, but she's probably like, I'm glad that's over with. The pressure.
Yeah.
That's a pressure situation.
It is.
It's a pressure position.
It sure is, man. I mean, it's just, you know, for the fact that you're the only one allowed to touch the ball with your hands, and, you know, I mean, that's your job is just to go out there and hunt the ball down.
Yep. Yeah, those girls have to be. You got to be physical. You got to be tough.
Not scared.
As you can just
you got to be fearless. Rob.
Fearless. Yep. Well, as you can just see, like the goalie that just came back in. I mean, she was fighting for positioning to get to the ball and got knocked down. I mean, she had to come out of the game for a second. Addie Richards on defense there, taking on a couple of Indians. Kearney over to her sister. Holthouse trying to track that down, goes out of bounds. It should be Duncan ball with 1:42 left in the half. Reds on the other side. She's going to get the quick throw in over to Kearney. Kearney with the block out. And that'll go out of bounds on.
Oh, he's calling a card.
No, he did call a card.
Yeah, I'm not exact. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I mean, it
Had
couldn't have
to
been much.
Oh, this is the girl that was arguing earlier, number 4.
Yeah, but they gave it to.
I thought they put it on
they
her.
gave it to Holthouse.
Oh, they put it on Kearney?
Yeah.
Oh, they sure did.
I think so. Didn't they? No.
No, we're kicking.
Or was it a double yellow?
I don't know if it's a double or not, but I didn't see anybody come off the field for El Reno.
No, I didn't either. Huh. So I was wondering.
Are you sure it was a yellow? Did he pull out a card?
I thought he pulled out a card.
Anyway, Duncan got the free kick. And he was talking to number 4 again for the Indians, and she's been kind of the one that's been talking. That was a good play there by Addie Richards to get the ball back on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want to let up with 1 minute left.
Well, they're pushing. Got a chance here, Richards, with some good speed on the defense back there.
I thought that was going to be a big-time collision.
I did, too. When Addie was trucking across the field, I thought, man. Quick throw in. Addie gets a body on it, and we got a save there.
Skylar takes her time on this one.
Yeah, she's going to get up real nice and slow like.
Oh, yeah.
Take your time.
She might wait till the
mosey around. I think she went faster than I thought she would.
Yeah, she did.
There, Red, get there. Went right past her. And there's nobody out there for El Reno. It's 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Kearney just sends it out of bounds.
Yeah, Red recovered pretty quick
she
from
did
that, though.
recovered real quick.
I think her knee's okay, man.
She looks like it. I mean, she's moving fine.
Yeah, she looks like she's moving much better than she had the last 2
Now
games
we're going to see 5 seconds of nothing right here. Watch Skylar. She ain't going to get rid of this ball. And
No.
that'll do it right there. It's halftime for the playoffs. Lady Demons up 1-0. How about that?
I like it.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with more playoff Duncan Demon Soccer brought to you by Red Line Trailers.
noise for your Duncan Lady Demons. They come back out to the pitch. All right, Demon fans, let's make some noise. Get ready to start the second half of play.
All right, welcome back to Duncan Demon Soccer, brought to you by Red Line Trailers. Halftime's over. The coaches got with the girls and got everything sorted out. Duncan with a 1-0 lead, and it has been a good first half. Carlos, Duncan got the lead. They kept the lead, played good defense. El Reno's a good team. I think, if you're coaching this team, you're pretty happy with the way you played that first half.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams have been physical. It's been a slobber knocker out there, Rob.
Yeah, I like that word, slobber knocker.
I mean, they've been physical. They've been, pounding on each other. The refs kind of toned it.
Ooh,
yeah, there
man.
we go. We just got through talking about that.
Yes,
that's a big-time collision
and
there.
It was in Kearney's. I mean, I just literally watched her face kind of bounced off the turf.
Yeah.
She hit hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she really did.
It kind of bounced off the turf, like you said.
For her to get up.
Yeah.
She's gonna have some carpet burn. Oh no, that was not Kearney. Is that Kearney or Delana?
That's Kearney.
Oh, that is Kearney. Okay. Yeah, she hit hard, man. It was happening right in front of us, man. You could see her chin just bounced right off the. But she come over smiling.
No, she's okay. She's all right. It got her. It rung her bell a little bit. But I mean, what's?
I imagine it did.
I mean, there's rubber pellets under there, but that turf isn't very soft.
I mean, it's got some cushion to it.
It's got
when
some.
You fall down and hit face on it, it is.
Yeah, it looks like they called a foul on Duncan in that instance, so it's going to be a free kick for El Reno.
As we're talking about this game being a physical game,
you
have that collision happen there. I mean, it's telling you, man.
It couldn't be more true after seeing that.
Well, as an El Reno person, El Reno, you're going to be wanting to play very aggressive. You got to get this thing tied up.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you can. And that's how they're going to be playing this second half. There's a long shot, man.
That wasn't a bad shot.
It really wasn't.
You get that foot on that ball on target. It's going to make it a difficult stop.
Yeah, you put that on target, and then Skylar's going to have to make a good stop. That was a good, strong leg. Who kicked that? Number 8 over here?
I think so.
Man, she's one of the smallest girls on the field.
Yeah, she wound up on it for sure.
She did. I mean, she's a tiny thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just tells you right there. It doesn't. It's all in how you kick the ball, and Sid's going to send this one off.
I'm sure Reno's going to make some adjustments. They played well the first half as well. Just like a Duncan. I mean, like we just got through talking about. It's been a pretty even match. Physical and right before that collision, I was going to say the refs kind of kept the tone down a little bit by making the calls, some questionable, but he's been even for both sides. So I think he's been trying to keep that extra physicality down a little bit. But and right as I'm talking about it, that happens. It's
I know. Yeah. Regan with the free kick.
She didn't get all of that.
She didn't. She put some backspin on it.
Yeah, I think she pulled out the wedge on that one.
Yeah. Usually she's got a strong leg, and that one is. She did put it right in the crowd. Holthouse goes down again.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. Yeah, he was staring right at it, and he's called less, and he didn't make that call.
Another big collision on the other side. El Reno's got a girl still down.
Yeah.
She ran into 2 Duncan girls.
Slobber knocker, Robbie.
I'm telling you, man, it is. This is turning into a good one. That's a good job by Holthouse to keep that ball as she had pressure behind her. Tally trying to get to it on the outside, back inside to the middle. There's Hallie Robinson. That's
man. Telling you, dude.
That's just a good play on El Reno. It's legal. It's a tackle, and everything about it's legal as long as you hit ball.
Yeah, she did.
It looks brutal, and it looks like it could really hurt somebody, but sometimes you see it all the time. If you watch soccer and at the upper levels, you see it all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people think that's a trip, but as long as you get ball and you're going in there with without going for the legs, and then they're not going to call it.
You especially see it if you're watching guys play.
I guess they call it a tackle in football because sometimes it ends up being an actual tackle.
I know. The first time I heard the term, they said that was a tackle. I was like, well, I can see how they can call it a tackle because half the time the person on the other end goes to the ground. Yeah. Even if you do get all ball, they usually end up on the ground.
Yeah.
Both teams, though, are playing at a high level, and it's not a dirty game. It hasn't been a dirty game.
It's not.
It's just been a physical game. Both teams are being extremely physical and playing hard. And I've noticed some good sportsmanship with the girls turning around and checking on the other ones if they do get knocked down. So it's been a lot of good sportsmanship out there. It's just teams who are really, really good.
I'm okay. I'm glad that Duncan – in the latter part of the season, started picking up that physicality because we talked about it before. If they don't pick that up, later down the line, it could hurt them. It could hurt them because they're going to meet physical teams and
they're playing one right now,
exactly. I mean, and that's what I was trying to get at is like you're going to have to start playing more physical and the beginning of the year. That was it was lacking a little bit, but then as the year progressed, we started seeing that a little bit more, and it helps them. It's helped them.
We seen the teams too.
Yeah,
we finally started You finally started seeing these teams that were pushing them, and they pushed back.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good to watch. It's been fun to watch these girls develop as the year has gone on and just get better and better. Which they started out playing really good that first game. Free kick here by Sid Miller.
Good boot on that.
That was a really good kick. I mean, she put it right in the middle of everybody.
Attack that, Sid. There you go.
Back to Sid. Ricochet off one of the Indians out of bounds. Yeah, they're going to have to – Indians are – they're going to start taking a lot more chances here pretty soon. But if Duncan if you could get a score here and go up 2-0, boy, that would be a big-time goal.
Oh, yeah.
Very deflating for the Indians and just be a huge confidence booster for the Demons.
You get a goal here, up 2-0. Duncan can afford to kind of lay back a little bit and count on that stout defense to bail them out. You don't have to take the extra risks.
Ooh, Daisha might have she did take a shot at it. Oh, and it went in! Oh, my gosh, Daisha Gibbons again.
Turn that hip.
Turn the hip, put it in the corner of the net. Demons go up 2-0.
There we go. That's what we just got through talking about it, Rob. Right there, that's that insurance. That's that insurance Duncan needed going up 2-0 with under 35 minutes left, and you can kind of. It's going to be interesting to see what Duncan's going to do right here. There's a lot of time left on the clock, so you don't want to let up too much, but you can afford to a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, that's the truth because now they're really going to start taking some desperation shots and start playing a lot more aggressive on El Reno's end. Man, what a shot though!
Yeah, it was.
Daisha, it deflected back to Daisha. And I was thinking she'll take a shot, but then the girls closed in on her. I didn't think she was going to have a good shot on it.
No, she turned that hip perfectly, and got that ball, got perfect foot on that to get in that right side of the corner.
Just a great location. The goalie had no shot at it.
No, it got a good foot. I mean, it got good velocity on it as well.
Yeah. 2 goals for Daisha Givens in this playoff game. 2-0 Duncan with a good commanding lead. And now you just, like you said, Carlos, let's see what we do with it. You don't want to get too laid back.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them a quick, easy one here and let them get back into this thing.
Yeah.
Keep playing aggressive. And that's what Duncan has been doing these last few games. We've watched them. They don't let up. We watched that Southeast game when Duncan lost that Southeast game.
That was a turning point.
It was a turning point. And Duncan, that you could see them kind of come laying back a little bit. And ever since that game, they have played.
They know.
Way more aggressive. They push it down the field. It's just been a different team.
Absolutely.
That woke them up.
There should be a foul.
They called it.
No, they didn't call a foul. He just called out of
bounds. He sure didn't. I thought he did. That was Holthouse again.
Yeah, they're targeting Holthouse right now.
She plays a lot. Yeah, she goes down on the ground a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, and she's not flopping.
Oh, no.
I promise
she's
you.
getting contact.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of contact.
They put a body on her every chance they get for sure. Back in play for the Indians. Coming down on the other side, they're in desperation mode with 32 minutes left now. They have got to get something. Sid sends it back the other side. And there's Lexus Eads coming in and stealing the ball. And see if she can send one down. It goes back to the middle of the field. And Tally trying to catch up. Closing in on the outside.
There you go. Stay with it.
Yeah, Renberg almost had a shot at that one when she kicked it back out behind her. In the middle. Kearney trying to control it, blocking out number 4.
Oh, she's gonna attack her.
Four's a little. She's a little firecracker, as you calling on the boys team. She's kind of their firecracker right now.
For sure.
She's all over the place. She's been in a lot of little one-on-ones down there tonight, and a lot of them been between her and Kearney.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sid gets to throw this one in.
I've seen them eyeball each other a few times from up here.
Looks like we got Mac. Mac is up 2-0. And MacArthur's playing Class and SAS. That's the only update I have right now going on. If anybody has any updates, let me know.
Well, our district is one, according to the rankings, we have one of the toughest districts as well, Rob. We have 3 teams in the top 10 as we speak, in 5A.
Right.
So, we got Noble, MacArthur, and Duncan. Duncan broke the top 10, and I don't recall the last time Duncan has broke a top 10 in girls soccer. Do you?
Oh, no. The last time? Well, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if, over the last 4 years, if we did. But I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
We got like inside that top 10 mark. But, it's been a while. And the Duncans had some very successful seasons. Dacia with another shot out there. Didn't quite get there. I think she was more trying to pass inside to Addie. But, no, it's been a big time a lot of success, not big time. I don't know what I was thinking. Been a lot of success over the last few years.
It has.
And it keeps getting better, I remember the playoff game last year, the home playoff game. Duncan won it, and it was just, man, it was a nail biter
Till
to the very end when Alyssa sent that ball to Caitlin for the score, and it was just it was such a big moment. And right now you got a 2-0 lead. It kind of feels a little different now. You feel like, okay, Duncan's kind of got this kind of in control now. It's not so much of a intense battle.
Our fans are about to get upset.
Oh, they're losing it over that foul right there.
We've held the ref for being fair for both sides and stuff, but it seems like the beginning of this half, or the first 10, 20 minutes of this half, it's like iffy. But hey,
it's
still play.
It's kind of tilted in the favor of El Reno
a little bit.
The past couple of calls, anyways. What we're trying to say,
but you still got to play
without saying it.
That's
Skyler with the big save. It has, and when a game starts getting physical like this and getting this way, if you're going to make those tight calls, you better do it both ways.
Because both halves.
Both teams are playing equally physical.
Yeah, they're both teams are going 100 miles an hour still, and they're going after each other, and the physicality has not eased up one bit.
Yeah, Addie Richards boots that one way out of bounds. I mean, she put a leg on it. 28 minutes left. Demons up 2-0. And, about the 20-minute mark, you still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah, absolutely.
El Reno is going to have to start taking some more shots, if you want to, close this gap.
Nice
You're down
move there.
2-0. There's
There's
one
one.
shot right there. Skylar bounced right to her, goes down to one knee with the save.
That looked like Velcro right there, boy.
It did. It just stuck, didn't it?
just
Stuck in them gloves.
Heck
That was
yeah.
a good hard shot, too,
was a
man.
good
That was
shot.
not – that didn't have
but one thing I've noticed about Skylar and from her freshman – even from last year, freshman years – is she's very aware out there. Some of the a lot of the goals that have been scored on her, sometimes have been those that were just barely over her fingertips or a ricochet or anything. But when it comes to actually catching the ball, she didn't miss many.
No,
if they're right there, she's pretty sure-handed. Let's just say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely been a great addition to this Duncan squad for the last 2 seasons,
Sophomore?
Yeah, she was a freshman last year, Robbie. Wasn't she?
Yeah, I guess I was sitting here thinking,
Yeah.
just a sophomore? I feel
Yes.
like she should be a junior, but
Yeah.
her sister Regan's a freshman. So
Yeah.
look at these 2 players that Duncan will have for the next few years.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty fortunate. Because finding a great goalie is to me, I think, is one of the most difficult things to find is finding a true goalie. I feel like, Skylar's got a bright future ahead of her, and staying with it. So.
My goodness, yes. That's to me. I'm with you there. That's very, very fortunate to have somebody like Skylar come in as a freshman and before her freshman year and just be so talented
Solid.
in that box right there. You got your solid goalie locked up for 4 years. How good does that make you feel as a coach?
Man. Yeah.
Going, I don't have to worry about it, because that's one of the things that it's tough in high school, especially, because you get a good goalie and they graduate. Who's going to be the next one up? Demons pushing it down here. That was Addie Renberg down there leading the charge. Kind of put a little shoulder in number 23, let her know she was behind her. And that's how she's played. She's played a very good game tonight.
Yeah.
She's been right there in the good places, good spots. She's been very, very physical down on that end. She does not get pushed around, that's for sure. Throw in for Givens in the middle, and a shot on the go way outside. Holthouse takes the shot and goes down. That one goes way, way down to the concession stand. Oh, they had a ball behind the net. I thought that girl was trying to get it for him, and she wasn't in no kind of hurry.
I was going to say, it's going to be a while.
She is not caring how long it takes.
Yeah.
But they have one behind the net, so here we go, 25 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, it's good to see, that Duncan really hasn't let up. I kind of wondered, how Duncan was going to come out, the second half, and especially after scoring their second goal. Mm-hmm. And it looks like the plan is still go.
Yeah, yeah, keep it going.
Keep it going. If it's working, keep it going.
Yeah, I like keeping the ball down here on this end. That's for
sure. Yeah. Yeah, and you touched base on that a while ago. Last year, that last year's playoff game was tense the whole game. Right now, you're up 2-0 with under 25 minutes left, and I wouldn't say, okay, we got this in the bag by no means, but you a little bit more relaxed about it.
For sure, yeah.
As a fan and a spectator and us broadcasters up here, I feel a little bit better about it right now.
Oh, yeah, you do. You feel a lot more comfortable up 2-0 in the second half. It does make you able to kind of sit back and enjoy the game a little instead of just gritting your teeth and fist clenched. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. Bishop McGinnis and Santa Fe South is playing tonight, and Bishop McGinnis is up 4-2 on them. So Santa Fe South got the 4th seed, and there's a push from behind on Holthouse.
I was on 4. Who's 4?
Us?
No, it was on them. It was on them, yeah. It was a foul on 4. Is that Holthouse? Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Claremore did beat Durant. That game has gone to a final.
Claremore?
Yep.
So we would meet
Jim McIntyre letting us know that. Jim, we appreciate you, buddy. You're sitting there.
Shout out, Jim.
He's listening to us, watching us, keeping us updated on the scores. Jim's a great guy.
Boot.
Done a lot for
crashing it in. And we're gonna
inside. Goalie's got a shot. Got a stop on it.
Oh, yeah. Deja was thinking hat trick there, I think.
Yeah. She was. Oh, I promise you. She's done some good things tonight. That's for sure. Daisha with the only 2 goals of the game. So Duncan will play Claremore next, as Claremore beat Durant 4-0. That playoff game has come to an end. We'll get you scores as they come. Oh man, she's taking on. She went through 2 defenders. There we go. Sid comes in, the senior, fights them off. That's what you'd like to see from your senior on that end. Come on in there. And
she just kind of whiffed through there like butter, like a hot butter knife.
She weaved her way in and out, and then Sid comes in and puts a stop to it.
Each girl she passed, she was just like, oh, okay.
I'll take that. That's what you're going to get from El Reno, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to start taking more chances, and they're going to call a
they're going to call a foul on a trip on an own trip, but hey, it is what it is.
I think they called it on
they call it on Duncan.
Yeah, I was trying to think it was in between. I think Regan was there on it, wasn't she?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything intentional.
No,
I think it was kind of a.
I think she tripped.
I've seen a lot worse, but anyway, we got a free kick here. El Reno with the chance to. Yeah, dig into this lead. See what she does with it. Puts it in. She's going to be way off the mark. Skylar doesn't even have to hustle for this one, as El Reno missed an opportunity there. Subs coming in for Duncan. Tally coming out. Alexis Eads coming in along with Hallie Robinson. Daisha's going to get a break.
Yeah, she probably needs a break.
Chesney is going to come on. Nope, she's staying. Chesney stays on. She's coming to this near side. Yeah, Daisha usually doesn't get any breaks, and when she does, she gets very short ones.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have her out there. So Robinson in the middle. There's Kearney, still playing her normal position. Kicks it to the outside. Sid trying to send one down. That's Alexis Eads on the far side playing the wing. Duncan hasn't utilized the wing position much in this game. Like we've seen, usually we see a lot of wing action, sending it down the sideline, down the wing. We've seen a lot of that. There's a big collision on the far side.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Duncan, unfortunately. But, she just kind of stood there. But
she got caught in between Eads and Delana Holthouse and kind of got sandwiched there.
Yeah.
She goes.
She may be retaliating for her sister, though.
Yeah.
Because that was on 4. and that's the number 4 that's been pounding on her big sister. So she's like, hey.
She went off. She came off. Went off to the sideline too.
Yeah.
She hit the ground hard. Big, huge kick by the Indians. Still going. Scott got a shot at it. Ball's loose, and the Demons kick it out of bounds. As the ball kind of was loose, Regan came in and just sent it the other way. Skylar went after it and just kind of fell into a collision of people.
Yeah.
She did stop the ball, but there was only one Indian in the middle of all that crowd, wasn't there?
Yeah. Well, I guess the ball went out of bounds before it was kicked out of bounds, so they got a corner kick out of it.
Okay, so it was rolling that far side.
It was.
Regan just gave it an extra kick just in case.
Set play for them.
Here comes a corner kick. Nice looking corner shot. Right to Skylar with the stop. Skylar goes down.
That's patent right there, buddy.
It is. Yep. 19 minutes, a little over 19 minutes left in this game. Demons up 2-0. Holthouse send it the other way, and I don't think Alexis was expecting it.
No, she wasn't ready for it. I think she was wanting her to take that run, but Eads never took that run. So
Well, that's what I was saying a minute ago. We haven't been doing that a lot.
Well,
earlier in the season, we were using those wings a lot. And
those wings are
kind of
just
not been there
back
today.
Yeah, they're kind of laying back a little bit, not taking them runs and stuff, and our mids are kind of anticipating them runs, and
we're used to seeing Alexis flying down that sideline. But I guess you're right. The mids are looking for them there. When they look up and they're not there, they send another place.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what's been happening. But that's kind of been a pattern of Duncan's over the past few years and earlier this year. You know, you got some wings on the side jetting, and you send it down to them.
Physicality hasn't eased up.
In. No, it hasn't. Skylar's going to have this one easy. Daisha comes back in. I guess I didn't see who came off. But Holthouse also, Delana Holthouse is getting a break on the sideline. Much needed break. She hadn't been out of the game either.
No. Oh.
Big old collision, no call. Demons still with the ball. Kearney kicks it over to Eads, and Renberg there running into one of the players. It's number 4 for the Indians. Got some good footwork controlling the ball. She switched directions. She did, right? I mean, it was a big collision. She sent a nice ball to number 2. 2 just couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
But then number 4, she took the ball all the way down on her own and tried to send one over to number 2, and she just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. Renberg and Asia collided a little bit earlier as well, and like I said, man, this physicality has not eased up at all. If anything, it's gotten more intense. To be honest with you,
you know it's going to be more intense on their side for sure. They know they need to. They're going to have to start taking some chances. Going to throw in here on the far side. Looks like that's going to be Sid with the throw in. Over to Kearney. Delana's still on the sideline, getting a break, getting some water. Givens, she points and sends.
Yeah, a little too far.
Renberg's trying to get there. Wow, look at that speed. Addie Renberg out running 3 of the Indians, closed in on them. Good job by Daisha Givens to get the ball, keep it in control, takes the shot, and tapped in! Demons with another goal, tapped in by, who was that, Addie Renberg?
Yeah.
Wow, what a shot. Daisha sent it, deflected off the goal. Oh, they're not calling? What are they doing? Do they not call a goal?
I guess not. He called offsides.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I think he called offsides.
Did he call offsides on Renberg?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, man. Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot, though.
Yep.
You know, you get all excited and everything, and then you look over to the sidelines, and that flag is up, buddy.
Dadgum. Oh, Addie, I was happy for her, man. She's a freshman. Going to get a goal in the playoffs. How special is that? Give her another shot at it. Hallie Robinson in the battle over there. Yeah. She stays up as number 4 hits the turf.
Yeah, that would have been the nail in the coffin.
Oh, for sure. 3-0?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, that would have been the nail in the coffin for sure. Right now, you know, that's fortunate for El Reno because, you know, 15 minutes left. They can still, you know, get back in this game. All they need is one. And on the other hand, Duncan needs to realize that as well, that right now the way El Reno's playing, don't let up. I guess we're not going to call that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Right now, you see girls keep going down.
I mean, her legs.
Sometimes
were over
it's
by
called,
her head.
Sometimes it's not.
Her legs were over by her head.
The scorpion. That's what they call that when you hit your upper body hits the ground and your legs are up around your head.
It's probably a good thing it was Deja, you know, because you know some of these other players maybe they might not get up from that. Man.
Corner kick, and Skylar's got it.
Skylar.
She emerges out of the crowd, pulls it in. Skylar with some good saves, playing a great game for Duncan tonight. El Reno's, they're taking their shots. They're doing what they have to do. for sure. In the middle to Robinson, trying to control it.
Oh!
There's another hit.
Yeah, that's
shove.
intentional. Yeah, ref's going to have to get a hold of this a little bit from these El Reno girls. There's a little frustration fouls that are happening now.
Daisha sends it down to Addie. And Addie gets taken out, but she pops right back up. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. You got a little frustration going and a lot of contact.
And I mean, contact is okay, but when you see, deliberate stuff, that's when it needs to be. I feel it needs to be handled, a little bit better at that point.
Yep. Chesney is going to come off. Chesney Robertson and Alexis Eads, and Delana Holthouse comes back in.
To the box. Oh, got a chance.
Inside, Sid or Kearney. Who is that? That's Holthouse.
That was Holthouse.
Sid, Kearney, somebody.
No, that was
Delana.
That was Delana.
One of them.
Yeah. A good opportunity there, though.
Yep.
Yeah, they're still looking for that nail, though. For sure.
Oh, I don't blame them. That's good. I'm with them. I say keep shooting, score as many as you possibly can.
Well, I think right now, and I think the coaches realize this. If you let up and start playing back and defense, it might not be a good idea against this team.
Yep.
Because as physical as they are right now, and as aggressive as they've been playing, it could backfire on you. And I think the coaches might realize that, because we've seen it in years past, and where we get a little lead or 2-0 lead or whatever, and we're on defensive mode and stuff, and at times it has backfired on us.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea at all.
No.
This team, especially this team right here, they have some good, strong legs.
Yeah,
they've taken some shots, and that's Renberg down there again. She is faster than you would think.
Yeah.
She has such good speed. She can close in so quick. Yeah. When that ball, it looks like she's not going to get to a ball, and she finds another gear. Miller back to the middle, and Addie's, she's got some time here. Kick it outside to
over here to the
Shornick.
left.
Back to
the
Addie.
right side over here.
Playing some keep-away ball. Tried to get that to Tally.
There it is.
Now,
Holthouse
has got some work to do. She might have a shot here.
There
Kicks
you
it
go.
inside. Great pass. Oh, my goodness. Addie had one-on-one. She had one-on-one.
Yeah. She's going to dream about that one tonight.
She will, poor kid. Man, Addie, you had it. You had it, girl.
It's okay. That's all right. It's there. Hey, great ball. Great control.
Was that Delana?
It was Delana.
I thought she was going to take a shot.
Well,
she made that little side pass.
She made the right.
It was beautiful.
She made the perfect read. It was the right thing to do.
I'm telling you. Those are the ones you dream about. Those are the ones that haunt you, huh?
And what's even more beautiful about it, she didn't kick it out front. She kicked it back to make sure she was onside.
Yeah, she did. It was a great setup. Addie was she probably just couldn't believe she had this much room.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be a beautiful
the
goal.
goalie was dead to right.
Gosh, taken out over there
again,
on the far side. The goalie was stuck in one position. She wasn't moving. You had her. You had her exactly where you want her.
Got a card.
We got a red card coming out.
Was it a red card?
I mean, excuse me, yellow card, not red.
Yeah, like I said a while ago, this some of these fouls have been a little bit more aggressive and more intentional, I feel like, and maybe this yellow card will kind of set or tone it down a little bit more, because it could easily get out of hand, Rob. Unfortunately, tempers flare and emotions, and you start looking at the scoreboard, time's ticking away, and some of these girls, they know it's their last game possibly, so it can get frustrating.
On El Reno's side of the ball, especially. I mean,
nice shot. I missed it though.
Man, sure
better
did.
From here.
You're looking. I mean, you're down 2-0. It's time to got to get back into this thing.
10 minutes left. 2-0 is a big deficit.
Yep, it really is, and they're going to start, picking it up a little bit. But Duncan is done a great job. They've done a great job fighting them off. Matter of fact, we're really pushing more. Anyway, look at Daisha right there fighting through that. Daisha's going to take a shot. Oh, my gosh. I thought that was going to be up in the top corner.
That was a great shot.
I mean, that was a beautiful shot.
Great shot.
Look at these looks that Duncan's getting right now all of a sudden, man. We could be easily up 4-0.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. But I like the way Duncan's playing. We're really pushing, being way more aggressive right now than Reno is, and they're the team down 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's
what's
shocking me.
You know, and like we talked about before, you know, in games past, you know, it's been the opposite, and I'm glad they're doing this because, you know, you deflected
goalie trying to get it.
You know, it kind of keeps that momentum going. I think, you know, and it finish this game the way you're finishing. Let's carry it over to the next playoff game.
Yep.
You know, let's continue this run that we got going. So we'll see what happens from, you know, moving forward because 8:50 left at the moment. Why they stop the clock for?
That's what I was wondering.
Okay, maybe called a foul or something. I don't know.
Well,
okay, clock's rolling now.
It was a goal kick, but he stopped her from sending it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to try something down here. Skylar comes way out. Addie lets her have it. She sends a boot on it. Back the other way. Holthouse in the middle. Over to Daisha Givens. Where's she going to go? She's got position right now. Looking to the outside. Cuts it back inside. Now she's looking for a pass. Outside to Tally. Is that Layla? Yep. Yeah. Layla Tally to the outside. Daisha turned around and looked for somebody in the middle. She didn't see anything there.
No, it looked like everything was kind of covered.
Yeah, she kind of had to wait for something to open up. So Daisha now is going to throw this ball in. Perfect shot in the middle. I mean, perfect. Oh, my gosh. Inside the net, big, huge, in the box, a big, huge collision. Who was that came in there? Was that Renberg or Hallie?
15, maybe?
Okay, that was, I think that was Hallie Robinson. Was it Hallie?
I think so. She's one walking right. I can't see the number right now.
14, Layla Tally? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell who crashed in there, and they just took the go.
She swung. She swung that leg back, and the goalie just took their leg right out from underneath her. And I mean, she had every right to do so. So she was going for the ball.
I'll tell you what, man. El Reno is very fortunate right now to not be down 4 or 5-0.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We have had some incredible looks right here in these last 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. Kept the ball on this side. That's what's so important.
I'm very impressed the way Duncan's just kind of kept their foot down, you know.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Another corner.
Yep, Sid takes another corner. This time Sid kept it on the inside. Last time she sent it over to Daisha. Daisha has scored from that exact spot on that side of the field tonight.
Who's taking that? Daisha?
Daisha's going to take the corner. Nobody over there with her. Now Sid's going to come out. Daisha taps it to Sid. Daisha's got a shot on it.
A little too much.
Yeah, number 4 read the game. Before she cheated out there. She stayed with Sid and cut right to Daisha. She knew what they were going to do. So if she doesn't do that, though, Daisha's got one-on-one. She's got it wide open. Yeah. Just sit there and tee it up.
Wow, that was the whole plan for that.
Mm-hmm. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left in this game. Demons up 2-0 in the playoffs. Home playoff game. Demons have a chance to advance if they can hold off for 5 more minutes. Sid with a nice save there. Sending it back down the middle, but El Reno sends one down the other side.
Yeah, he called it.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, well, I could see it from here. I'm just making sure he was going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a hurt player. Probably cramps over there, looks like. He's kind of stretching it out and a little dehydrated. Cramps, you know, long game.
Yeah,
man.
It has been. Well, we got a lot going on in Duncan this week. You got a baseball regional starting tomorrow. I think at 11 or 12. I can't remember what time the game is. Duncan gets to host regionals. They are your district champs.
Boy,
congratulations to Duncan baseball.
They've been on a tear, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They swept El Reno for the district championship, and now they get to host regionals.
Was it Elgin?
Elgin. I said El Reno, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's who we're playing tonight. Tally sending one to the goal.
Not a bad idea there.
So that'll be all weekend, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, go out and support them boys.
It was Thursday, Friday. If game will be Saturday, definitely go support them. If you don't know game times, go on their Baseball Dugout Club Facebook page or the Duncan Athletic page. You can get all that information there. Also, congratulations to the Lady Demons Golf 5A state champions.
Yeah, congrats. That's
big
awesome.
Big
what about
time
that
right
freshman?
There.
What
Yeah.
about individual state champ as a freshman?
Yes, individual state champ, and man, it's just impressive. I checked in on them during the tournament, and they were up. They were winning, and I never looked back again. And then I seen it when it came out that they had won the 5A state championship. So
yeah, and academic state championship,
and the academic state championship
like
at the same
apples.
time. They just won it all. They said we're going to take it all.
Yeah,
and that's a winning program.
Absolutely.
Duncan golf,
Congrats
the girls
to them.
golf, and the boys golf, but. You're talking about they've won several. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but Duncan Girls Golf has won several state championships.
Did they win one last year?
Can't remember.
Are they
if
back
won
to
last
back?
year. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
I don't either.
I wasn't prepared for those kind of questions tonight, Carlos. Usually I have my stuff in front of me for that, but no. I think I don't know if they won it, but I know they had a good season last year. Layla Talley here.
Here we go.
Way to stay with it, Layla. She's going to send one to the middle.
Oh, she wasn't ready for it.
Renberg thought she was going to keep going to the outside.
Yeah, she had a little bit more room to take that ball to the corner, get a couple more girls to go up in the middle, but still a good run.
Yeah.
There's that number 4 and Kearney again.
Oh, man, they've been going at it, haven't they?
Man. All game. There we go. I think we're about to break down into keep away.
And that's exactly what we need to do.
Oh, or maybe
not. They might go for the hat trick. Got a leg on it. Yeah, no.
There was
couldn't
no chance
square up.
Best option was just pass it back to the middle and get one of your teammates to get an opportunity on that.
Yeah, it was a bad angle she took there, and they just couldn't get it in there. Yeah, it looks like right now Duncan in control.
So we would be going up to Claremore?
Claremore, yeah.
So was Claremore the higher seed there?
Not for sure about that. They're the higher seed because they were Durant was at Claremore.
Okay.
Yep. And that would be the next round. Duncan would go to Claremore. That'd be Friday.
You been to Claremore, Rob?
Well, I think I've been through it, but I don't think I've ever been there for any reason. Like just go up in that Tulsa area, and you might go through Claremore. Up there is kind of like it is Oklahoma City. You never know when you leave one place and the other.
Gotcha.
OKC, Del City, all of Midwest City. You can't ever tell.
Looks like Daisha's going to be going for the hat trick.
Here we go. Daisha Givens with the free kick. Already has 2 on the night. Can you get the hat trick in the playoffs? Here we go. Let's see. Givens in the middle. She was just trying to give somebody a chance at it, and it almost worked.
Yeah, I think she actually topped it out. She didn't get a good foot on it, kind of topped it out a little bit.
I seen one of the Demons look like they was going to have a shot at like maybe heading it in. I think that might have been Hallie.
Yeah.
Well, we got a free kick or a corner kick coming out of it. Sid and the goalie, man, she bounced it off her hands again, back out to Sid. Sid, take your shot. And the goalie gets a stop that time. Yeah, we've seen her do that a couple times tonight. Bobble it a little bit. 1 minute left in this game, folks. 58 seconds left. Holthouse sends it back to the other end. El Reno has not been able to penetrate this defense in this half. The whole entire half has been played on this end of the field. Duncan got the lead, never looked back, kept the foot on the gas, played excellent defense. When El Reno was trying to fight back and get physical, Duncan got more physical.
They sure did.
And they have been pushing this whole entire game, this whole entire half. The crowd can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
They're on their feet. Everybody's clapping as the Demons, Sid Miller, takes the throw in with 19 seconds left on the clock. And this one goes out of bounds. There we go, 7 seconds. Teams are walking away. 4-3, that is going to do it. There you go, your Lady Demons with a home playoff win, survive and advance. Moving on to the next round. They'll be facing Claremore Friday night. That'll be at Claremore, so you want to make sure, and if you can, try to make that trip. What a great game, Carlos. Demons played a fantastic
great finish.
game.
Full game there, man. You know, that's what we wanted. We wanted a full game from the beginning to the end, and they pretty much gave us that.
I can't tell you how proud I am of these girls.
Yeah,
they played together as a team. It'd be hard to even name a player of the game in this game.
No,
I
know who the player of the game is, you know, but you're right. You're absolutely right. They played great as a team, as a unit.
Daisha Gibbons would get the player of the game for her 2 goals in this, but the team did so many great things, all parts of the ball. And I tell you what, proud of these girls, and this has been a great night for Duncan Demon Soccer. They take care of business here. They will move on to the next round. And I tell you what, if you see them out in the community this week, here they go. They're coming over here to the home side, and everybody's going to give them a standing ovation. Second year in a row, the Demons have won in the first round playoffs, a home game. So if you see them out, give them congratulations.
Absolutely.
And don't forget, we got a lot coming up. We got baseball regionals. We will be live streaming those games. They will be on live stream. And then you got them going to they'll be going to Claremore Tuesday night. And that'll be at 7 o'clock. So thanks for spending your evening with us, folks. This has been Duncan Demon Soccer, brought to you by Red Line Trailers.